Good after morning, folks. Mike Wells, your World Explorer. Today is July the 15th, 2024, and we are out on an adventure. We're actually doing some rock hounding in the Pisgah National Forest in Burnsville, North Carolina, and we're going into the Ray Mine. There's a little bit of history as far as what the Ray Mine is, what they were looking for, what happened. Here are some of the rules. There's a map. So here I have my backpack. I have some gloves. I have some glasses to keep any kind of, sediment from making its way into my eyes. And I got a hammer and a chisel. And so now we're going to go up into the mountain. The pathway is now, here's the pathway. You make your way to this place. It's at the end of Ray Mine Road, again, in Burnsville, North Carolina. Not a lot of people frequent this place at all, but apparently you can find facet grade aquamarine here, and this has been declared the best location in North Carolina to find facet grade aquamarine. Now, back in the day when this mine was opened, they weren't looking for aquamarine. They were looking for mica, and a lot of it. So around here in these parts, you can find mica and a lot of it. Now, what we're looking for out here, well, you can find garnets. Sorry, I hear something in the woods over here. Now, I'm out here by myself, and I don't want to have to face any kind of wildlife that might eat me or anything like that. It looks like it might be just some birds. Anyhow, this isn't Alaska where you have to worry about those big grizzly bears. So anyhow, I'm going in here, and there is a tremendous amount of leftover material from when they were mining. Back in the day, I mean, the dump piles are massive. There's a creek right there. The dump piles pretty much were standing on a lot of that material. So everywhere is where, I mean, these are huge dump piles, and they extend all the way down the mountain. So we can find a lot of black tourmaline inside of the white feldspar. That's what ends up looking good. You can find pretty decent colored garnets that are not decomposed, and I haven't found any big ones or anything like that, but they do exist here. You can find aquamarine, beryl. You can find sometimes quartz, I guess. There's quartz host rock. Plenty of that. Definitely find mica. I mean, there's a lot of stuff you can find here. There are a lot of minerals that I personally have no interest in that you can also find. And hopefully today we can just showcase to you some of the stuff that you can find. I'm not going to bring a whole lot of stuff home, because yesterday I came out here with my wife, and we immediately found exactly what we were looking for, which was garnets in the matrix. But we found a lot of it. So, and then we also found some extra stuff. So we didn't go far up. We kind of stayed lower down here. Now the mines are way up there. I don't know if I'm going to show you those today, but depends on how I feel in a few minutes here. This is the first creek that we come across, and this one, the water's kind of weak. So you see how much of the dump is here. Like, all of this is discard from the mines. So you can tap into any of these minerals here, like when you look, you're gonna find all kinds of stuff. And just very, very basic material up this way, and it goes up the mountain. We're gonna keep going this way. Look at that, somebody. This looks like the mica muscovite type. So there's lots of that. We're going this way through the path and up further. So yeah, the history of this place is pretty incredible. Now this is a good spot to dig at, or not dig, but because you can't have shovels and you can't have big pickaxes, but you can have a chisel and a hammer. So this would be an excellent location to start looking for stuff. The pathway goes that way and up further, so maybe we will start looking right here. We'll just travel up this way a bit. Now you can see what most of this feldspar looks like. This doesn't look too fancy, but something like this, there's a few garnets in there. Now if we wet it, that's really what's going to show us what's going on with this rock. So I'm going to go ahead and wet this, and then show it in a little patch of sunlight, and there you have it. You can see the garnets in there. They're not brilliant, but they're red. You can see them, and they're a little bit more gemmy than the stuff you might find at the rivers around here. But that's beautiful material. Look at this. Lots of mica. That's cool, huh? You'll find a lot of that. Look at this. I'm gonna rinse this stone off. See, now if you can find, this looks like a pretty decent piece of feldspar, right? If you can find feldspar that is gemmy, it has clear pockets. I mean, this is pretty nice. This one's not bad. There looks like some muscovite in there. And then it also has the garnets. Well, that's the good stuff. There's a lot of that here. Let's look around some more. I'm gonna go up there. Okay, so I was gonna go up there, but I had to stop because as soon as I looked down, I seen the biggest garnets I've ever seen out here, right here in this host rock. Let's go ahead and rinse this rock off, see what we got. Okay, I'm just gonna rinse this rock. I gotta be careful here too, because I got this camera. I don't want to mess up and lose my camera. So here we are. Some big old garnets in here. Where are they at? Right there. That's undoubtedly a keeper piece. But you see how red that garnet is right there? That is nice. This is a good one. I'm gonna go ahead and stick this in my bag. It's a good keeper piece. So yeah, we're gonna look. There's some mica, big old chunk of mica. We're gonna look around. Okay, there's this stone. It's got a lot of mica on it. It's definitely got the feldspar and the quartz, so it's smaller. And there's your muscovite. But this potentially could have an aqua in it, so it looks like somebody was hammering on it before they left it behind. I'm gonna break it through the rest of the way. Okay, so we're looking around. There's a huge feldspar crystal. I mean, if you see the brilliant shine on that, this is some fantastic material. I'm going to leave that for somebody else because, oh my gosh, the size of the feldspar crystals out here is just shocking. Now this is the material you will find your aquamarine specimens in. Okay? Just got that quartz, a little bit of mica. Let's just keep looking around, see what we can locate, folks. Ooh. Now this is tons of tourmaline out here. But you see that tourmaline in the matrix? It's good stuff. A little bit of quartz right there. That tourmaline is, if you can find some that is like takes over the stone, that's a good piece to take with you. Because you can cab that out. Look, I think there's garnets right there. That's what we like to see. Something like that with nothing but a white host rock. If this is that, then we might be on to something. We're gonna go ahead and wet it in the creek. Lovely little creek that we have here. And go ahead and look at it again. Yeah, those are garnets in the white, but there's a lot of quartz in there too, so there's not enough tourmaline for me to get very excited about this piece. So I'm going to leave it. Same thing with the garnets. I'm going to leave that behind. Maybe somebody else wants it. What's that? I don't see much on that. Okay. You will find moonstone out here. The moonstone, it kind of just shows its face when you're looking at rocks like this in the sunlight. So look at this big chunk of I think it might be granite or quartz host, not sure. I want to break that open, so I'm going to use my chisel and my hammer. So let's go ahead and break this one open, see what it looks like on the inside. Okay, I busted that open. Now let's peel these rocks back, see what we got. It's mostly just black. I think that's granite with decomp garnets. So nothing too fancy going on with this one. But I just wanted to see what was in it and show you folks. Now we're going to find a bigger white with mica. So a feldspar mica quartz conglomerate, and tap into that and see what we can find. So let's look around. Let's look around, because that's where you're going to find possibly the aquas. I mean, some of these, in my opinion, this is a gold mine. This is amazing. You can create so many beautiful things. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Now, is the tourmaline throughout? I don't think it is. But it's right there. I'll leave that behind for somebody else. But yeah, you can create so many beautiful things just from these rocks here. You take them home, you cab them up. Oh! Yeah, so look. You can see the garnets. Because the quartz intrusion is there. Wow, there's a lot of garnets in this. You quite possibly could have some moonstone in there. So, really cool. That's going to be for somebody else. Gosh, look at all. Just so much of this stuff has garnets. Pretty garnets, too. But yeah, let's look at this. Look at that. Had a fly on me. Look at all them garnets. Wow. Garnets everywhere. I'm not taking these with me. My heart wants to, but my brain is telling me no. Like I'm saying, look at that. My God. Okay, so somewhere in here we're going to find a big enough rock to smash around and figure out what's in it. Look at the size of that feldspar. Folks, this is very nice. This stuff iridesces like a pearl iridescence when polished up. It's really pretty. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna chisel this one. I'm gonna break it up, see what we can find on the inside. Let's get to it. It might have something. Never know. All right, there it is. Let's break it. All right, now here it is, busted open. We've exposed a little bit of black, which is like dendritic, possibly, but nothing too fancy. And you know, if this was my first dig here and I didn't already have a bunch of feldspar, I would be taking this whole piece home. But I got plenty of feldspar at this time, so I'm not going to take this home, but I'll leave it for somebody else. Nice piece right there. Let's look around, see if we can find something. What I'm going to look for now is quartz with mica, and this is oddly a good piece to break into. Look at that. See all that staining, that oxidization, the rust color. Something good to see. We want to see that. Let's see what happens when we break into that. Okay, we just broke this one open. This is the cool piece right here. It's got some of that mica, muscovite looking stuff right there. That's fancy. I'm going to leave that for somebody else to find. Here's some more mica, muscovite. Now, I'm not breaking this all to a bunch of smithereens. I'm just kind of trying to see what's into it. I didn't see any tourmaline, so I don't think there's going to be much of anything else. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah, not much going on with that one. So let's go locate another one. All right, we're going to try to find something with quartz, tourmaline, a little bit of mica. Let's see what we can locate. And some feldspar. That's got quartz feldspar. Doesn't have what other ones we're looking for. Now this one. Oh, snapples. Okay. Okay, folks. This might be a keeper. I'm actually just going to throw this in my bag. Because look at all that. Look at all that tourmaline. It's throughout a good portion of this stone. So I'm taking this one home and I'm going to cut it. Just shove that stone in my book bag. Or my rock bag, shall I say. And hopefully it yields some nice material. This thing looks cool. Holy smokes. So this is the tourmaline inside of the white. Oh man, I'm finding too much good stuff. I don't know what I'm going to do with this because I want to take it. It's very light, so maybe I will take it, but I don't need to be taking much more. So I haven't decided as to whether or not I want to take that one yet, but it's got a lot of tourmaline in with the white, and it's really good because if you can get tourmaline sprays, like tourmaline stars or bursts in the white host feldspar, those would make nice cabochons. So I'm just setting that one aside for now. Haven't really decided completely as to whether or not I want to take it, because I really feel or believe like this, that there's a lot of other good stuff out here that might be more worthy to take. Now this is good. This is what you want to see right here. This has tourmaline in with the feldspar and some muscovite. So let's rinse that bad boy off. Excuse me. And coming down in here to check it out. Yeah, look at that. That looks good, but that is more of like a piece for someone who's never collected this stuff before. So I might just leave it behind. Ooh, look at that. There's the quartz with some of the tourmaline. That's cool stuff. More tourmaline in these little ones. Somebody's been out here breaking this stuff apart, which is good. That means there are people actively prospecting. But if you're a true rock hound, this is the place to come to. You will find. This looks like it was very close to becoming moonstone. If not, it might even actually, yeah, you see that? This might actually be moonstone. A very light form of it. Okay, so you see that iridescence? That's a very nice gemmy white feldspar that is borderline moonstone. Okay, it's not transparent enough to be moonstone, but it was very close to developing. I'm gonna keep this because this is a very nice crystal. Now we're going to continue our excursion into trying to find this tourmaline with quartz and feldspar. Look at all those garnets. Oh, this is intense. Look at that. That looks like a good rock to... No, maybe not. It's a good rock, but I'm going to leave her right there. Yeah. A lot of what people are looking for is not what I'm looking for. So they leave good stuff like this behind all the time. If I'm going to take home a tourmaline specimen, I want it to have a lot of tourmaline inside of the stone. I don't want it to be just a little tiny zone here or there, because I gotta lug all this back, and it is the absolute middle of July right now, so it is as hot as it's gonna be. Look at that. That looks like borderline gem quality feldspar right there, moonstone. Wow. Look at all those garnets. See that? It's fantastic material, folks, for cabbing. There's just so much good stuff out here. It's unreal. Look at that, too. Somebody left this rock out here. That's a good one. Wait a minute. Now, if we could just get one like this, let's get some sunshine, but bigger, then we would be in the zone. That's what we're looking for, but a little bigger. Oh! Oh ho ho! This is... Oh my gosh. See what I'm saying? You never know when you're going to just run in. Pretty much good stuff everywhere. Pull this out the way. Look at that. Just found that too. Folks. Rockhounder's paradise right here. Rockhound paradise. Let's see, I should have gloves on for this. I'm going to go ahead and rinse this bad boy. Oh. Let's go take a look. That's a big segment with tourmaline on it. This is a good stone. Now, let's take it back and look at it. Okay, so the tourmaline on here is only at this end here. It's not throughout the rest of the stone. So I might actually pop this end off. let's hold off before we do that, because it's got garnets and stuff in it too, which makes it really impressive. Like right there. I might leave this for somebody else, but if I can't find a better specimen than that, then I might lop that end off. I don't know. So it's in my indecision pile. I always produce an indecision pile. Wow. You see what I just ran into? Folks, you come out here. Everybody else's trash is my treasure. I swear it. This stuff looks cool. On this side specifically. I thought it could have some interesting stuff, but I don't know. Maybe somebody else can have that one. Now, when I was just over here, I saw some tourmaline right there. So that tourmaline is an indication that there was a good mineralization occurring in that specific stone. And so there could be other minerals. Yeah, this is borderline gemmy quality, that stuff right there. Just that little pocket right there. But let's look. So there were some tourmaline crystals. If I wanted to, I'd break this up, but I don't know. I might leave it for somebody else. Let's go look and try to find that quartz we're looking for with the tourmaline. So you can imagine, I haven't even left this little tiny spot, and I'm completely entertained. So you can imagine, like if you're looking for specific other minerals, there are so many rocks for you to be able to pick up and investigate. See, this has got a lot of little bits of tourmaline. So that would have been a good stone. But look, muscovite in there. That's a good indication that we're in the right area. What's that? Look at all that. Look at all that. A little bit of tourmaline there. Lots of garnets in there. See that? I think that's what that is. See, I can't mess with everything. Some tourmaline there. You really got to keep your eyes peeled, because it's everywhere here. Wow. That little piece has got a bunch of garnets in it. You can make that as a cabochon material right there if you wanted. So yeah, folks, this is my playground. This is where I seek the thrill of the hunt. Wow. Look at this. This is a feldspar crystal with a tourmaline, but I'm pretty sure it's mostly on that outside edge. It doesn't run through it. I don't know, we could. I'm gonna leave that for somebody else. There's just so much to see out here. There's just so much to see. I mean, the feldspar. There's so much feldspar. Incomprehensible. You never know. There might be something that you guys are seeing that I did not see, because I got to focus on this camera and the rocks at the same time. This is a nice garnet dappled quartz / feldspar matrix. So it's got dappled garnets. Pretty good piece for any kind of someone who wants to make jewelry. Look at that feldspar. Some good stuff in here. I mean, that was a borderline moonstone. It's crazy. Let's find what we're looking for. We want a big chunk. Is that it? No. That came close, kinda. But that's not it. Look at this oxidization. That is always an indication that you're in a zone that features crystals. I mean, there is just so much going on here. Look at that, right down there. Look at that big feldspar chunk. Feldspar. Oh yeah, look. We've got some tourmaline. I might break this one open right about now. Let's set it to the side. We'll get back to it. Huh. There's a lot out here, folks. So much going on. I know you just saw this. Oh. Okay, so that's got a bunch of muscovite mica. Cool piece. Not for me. Not today anyway. Look at that. Someone been hitting that with a hammer. Yeah, well, I just want a big chunk with a lot of tourmaline in it. What's that got? It has, I think it runs through a little bit. Just not enough for me to lug home. So look at me getting all picky. I guess you can when you're out here. Just so much material. You can get real picky. Look at that though, huh? This is definitely coming home with me. Look at that. I'm just gonna throw that in my pocket right now. Look at that. What is that? Wow. That's about close to what I'm looking for right there. These flies. They bite. Yeah, let's keep this one. I'm gonna set it aside. I will see it on my way back through. That's a good one. Oh, don't lose your marbles. It's easy to trip out here. These rocks aren't exactly stable. Look at that. Somebody's been breaking into that. Did they find anything? Maybe not. Now, look at this thing. It's a big one. So yeah, folks, this is what you will find a lot of out here. You will find it. It's feldspar. Look at that. Look at that feldspar. That's a big one. It's got a mixed quartz in it. Maybe we'll just take this one back to crack it open, huh? See what's in it. There it is. We're gonna break it open real quick. All right, I busted it open. Let's look inside, see what we got. This side right here, this chunk I don't see much going on. It looked promising. Oh wow. See how promising that looked? Still, it's got a little bit of muscovite. Yeah, that iron oxidization. Yeah, so that one didn't have a whole lot going on, but still, you never know. Let's break open that one big one that we saw earlier. There it is. We're gonna break this one up a little bit and see what else is in it. All right, we broke it up just a smidge. I think I got that piece off. All right, well, I'm gonna take this, throw it in my bag, and break it up a little bit more because it's got more going, more opportunity in there. Chipped off a big chunk. Some of that muscovite is in there. It's this side showing. I'm gonna have to leave that one back. Maybe break this one up a little bit more and see what's up. Broke it down the center. See what we got. Maybe I'll pry it. There we go. All right, so there's definitely some tourmaline in there. But is it enough to justify taking this stone? I don't know. I don't know if I want to lug all this back, but maybe somebody else would be interested in these rocks. So I'll just leave them aside over here. Now we got a huge rock. Boom. It's like a 30-pounder right there. I'm gonna crack that baby in half and see what we got. This is pretty much what we've been looking for. Break open this one here. I want to get it basically this side. All right, hammer, chisel, 10 minutes. My arm is feeling kind of weak. Let's see, we got a little bit off of it. I was hoping to break it in half, but that did not happen. So, yeah, mostly quartz and feldspar mix. It's not looking too filled with the stuff that I want. So I'm abandoning this rock, and we're just gonna look for a little bit smaller rocks than that. Right, this material's pretty hard, so I had to take a bunch of chunks off of it to get to the center. But here's the middle. Let's see what we got. Rinse it off. There are some pretty garnets there. I'll leave that behind for somebody. Let's check the other half. Yeah, it's kind of a steady process. You gotta have a good arm too for swinging that hammer. It's a 2-pounder. This looks decent. What's good too is that tourmaline, and there are a lot of garnets right there. I'm really tempted to take this piece home right here. Really tempted, because the garnets are pretty well meshed in with the quartz, and you got the tourmaline present, so it's kind of a rare combo. So yeah, I might take that one home. Let's look at the others. Okay, here's one chunk. Not too fancy. Here's a little piece, not very fancy. Here's a chunk of nothing too fancy. Here we go. There's a little bit of tourmaline there. I'm gonna set it aside for somebody else to take home. Same thing here. Look at that tourmaline with the the garnets in with the quartz. That's cool. Somebody else can have it though. More tourmaline with some garnets in with it. Maybe somebody will want that. Like I said, swinging that hammer, it's going to wear you out. But yeah, I'm taking this one with me. I don't know. It's got some good stuff in it. All right, folks, we're going to do one more rock smasher and call it a day for today, because I don't want to be out here too late. Now this stuff is way more brittle than that quartz matrix we're dealing with. So I'm not seeing any aqua in this. But there was an opportunity. Oh, look at that. Oh yeah. I think I'm going to leave that one behind, but somebody else could have it. Let's look there. Okay, you see any aqua? I don't. But that would have been where it would be. There's some tourmaline there. I'll leave that back for somebody else. Put it in some water. The aqua is gonna show itself pretty easily. Nothing there. Now, oftentimes the aqua isn't really gemmy quality, but it's there. Now, there's this conglomerate. I wonder if I want to break it up the rest of the way? If it's easy, sure. I don't see any aqua. Let's go ahead and wet it. You always see it when you wet it. I don't see it. Well, it was a nice shot. But yeah, that's how you do it, folks. We're going to go ahead and put my stuff together and get on out of here. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, as it helps the channel grow. And come out to Ray Mine in Burnsville, North Carolina. And you too can have an opportunity to find something amazing. Have a great day.